Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. It's 6:25. Looks like we are just a little bit behind schedule. So our sincerest apologies for that. A lot of our production staff here for the first time. Doing observing, lobby admin stuff. So we had a few unexpected hiccups. But we're live now, so we should be getting underway pretty soon. So my name is Lumos. I'm from NUS, sort of co-organizing this tournament. And with me here today is Triple Fundust, or Try. How are you doing?
What's up, Lumos? It's great to be here. I'm doing great. And as Lumos said, I am Triple Fundust, otherwise known as Try, for the remainder of the next couple of games. Yeah, I'm currently studying in SMU. And it is, with deep sadness that we can't participate in this collegiate clash due to, rules and everything, but I'm here as a caster instead, so I can't wait for that. So Lumos, I hear that this is a replacement for the IVGF tournament. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, of course, we had a pretty good time during IVGF Overwatch last September. Sadly, we couldn't bring it back this year. Of course, Overwatch is a dead game, etc., etc. But it's
Overwatch
okay.
2,
We still have, Overwatch 2. Maybe we'll have a tournament for that in the future. But for now, we realized that there's still a lot of Overwatch players in universities, lots of Overwatch players in our other tertiary institutions as well. So we decided, why limit ourselves to just universities? Why not get more of the local varsity and tertiary scene involved? And so here we are. We have 7 teams here for you today, 4 from universities, 2 from local polytechnics, and we have even 1 from ACSI, an integrated school, of course, representing the JC segment of that school. So we definitely have some players that haven't been seen in IVGF before, as well as a number of familiar returning faces from last year's tournament. And you'll hopefully get to see some of these players later on today.
Yeah, it's really interesting and amazing to see such a wide player base in Singapore. That's something like I never have expected. But here we are, and I just can't wait to see this. This is my first time actually seeing players from JC and Polytechnic. Like, I am super stoked. I can't wait.
Yeah, I have to say I wasn't expecting any JC representation in this tournament. So it's a little unexpected, but we're really happy to have them here, and we're happy to see such a wide range of schools and institutions being represented. So yeah, maybe, sorry, do you want to say something?
No, all up to you, man, up to you. All you.
Yeah, so maybe we could talk a bit about the format of the tournament here today. This is a 2-day tournament, today and tomorrow. So for today, we have the group stage, as we said, 7 teams before. So the format's a little interesting. You may not have seen it in too many other tournaments, but of course it's difficult to split 7 teams into 2 groups equally, as my video feed appears to have died for a moment. Anyway, so it's a bit difficult to split 7 teams into 2 groups. So we've just put everyone into one single massive group, the more the merrier. And each team will play 4 matches against different teams, of course. And at the end of the day, the top 4 teams will go through to a double elimination bracket, which will be taking place tomorrow.
Yeah, and I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what's and which team is gonna come out the top tomorrow. Sadly, we don't have anything in store for them, like first place winners, second place winners, as of now. But I am pretty glad to say that this whole tournament was sponsored by Stat Banana. And maybe you want to say something about Stat Banana?
Yeah, of course. Many of the teams that we have here, of course, we aren't professional teams, right? We're just varsity teams, school teams. Some of the teams were formed pretty recently, maybe a month ago at most. So we've probably been doing our own sort of scrims, VOD reviews, without really a lot of professional assistance or professional tools to help us with that. But of course, with Stat Banana, it's a great tool that allows you to really plan out your strategies in a way that you can't illustrate very well in game. Sometimes you find yourself moving a camera around, zooming to a certain spot on the map, saying, "Oh, our Ana should be here, our front line should be there," and it's pretty tedious and it takes a lot of time. And I've done VOD reviews with my team before, and I've gotten quite some way in and go, "Oh, we can't actually see the cursor that you're pointing at," and then I realized what have I been doing for the past half an hour. So yeah, a tool like Stat Banana, definitely very useful, saves you so much time. In terms of just macro setup, macro planning, where do you want to take the fight? Where do you want to start off the fight? Where do you want to hold? And yeah, so it's a great tool that we hope in the future, of course, will help our teams get even better and bring even better gameplay to our future tournaments.
So as a previous player, right, who participated in this, let's talk about this first match that's going to come up. So this is Geiger counter versus 4x lecture speed. Otherwise, like known as which colleges are they from again?
Well, so Geiger counter may seem like a new team, but in fact they are one of the returning teams from IVGF last year. Now, if you may remember, we had some teams named after local fast food chain burgers, which was pretty amusing, and it also got us in a bit of trouble for using trademark names. So you will see a distinct lack of copyrighted names in the tournament today. I think we may have explicitly mentioned to not use names that are trademarked.
Those were great times, by the way.
Those were great times, and certainly very difficult to say those names quickly on stream. Yes, but Geiger Counter is actually one of the teams from NUS. Yeah, they are one of the teams that we had last year at IVGF, and in fact, they are the returning champions. They won last year. So you can see the roster on screen right here, starting roster for the first map. Some familiar faces, some familiar players that our chat was simping for quite voraciously.
Excellent.
So, yes, we encourage any form and all forms of audience interaction with our players. So do express your love and your adoration for the players that are here today.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see, and like I can't stress. I mean, now I'm kind of in like the first person perspective now, right? Watching this team, the ex-winners of the IVGF, play, and I can't wait to see how 4x lecture speed will react to these new interesting metas, and especially the new interesting hero plays, the positionings. I cannot wait how each of them will, eventually navigate around these couple of maps and couple of fights, really.
Yeah, and now here we're taking a look at the opponents for the first match. 4x lecture speed, 4x lecture speed. So anyone who's done any sort of education in the past year will probably get the reference that this team name is alluding to. I cannot personally say I've used anything more than 2x lecture speed. So hats off really to anyone who can watch it 4x. But anyway, this is, not one of our teams from last year. This is the NTU second team, of course. Last year, NTU only sent one team. I think there are a couple of returning players. Noria's name seems pretty familiar, Darkshine as well. But we haven't seen them much in, the local professional scene before.
Yeah, and we see the Sims already coming. Shall we go the overclock Sims? Hello, please.
Yeah. So let's take a look at the map pool for the first match here today. So for our group stages, we don't have a map pick by the losing team. Instead, we have fixed maps. So here are the maps: Lijiang Tower, Icon Wall, and Rialto for the first match. And what this really allows us to do is to see a variety of maps across today, 15 different maps in total. And it is in the first two format, but we will play through all 3 games no matter what. And the purpose of this is to give us a better basis for map difference, which will help us break any ties in the group.
Yeah, and so coming into our first map, it will be the Lijiang Tower. And control maps is where anything can happen, and it's one of the most popular maps where we can even go to a round 3, going all the way in the very first map. And it'll be really interesting to see how these players from both these teams navigate the open spaces, especially, you know, the classic sim teleport strat.
Yeah, and of course, Lijiang Tower, anyone who's done a bit of scrimming will know that this is the default map in Ceta's scrim lobby. So I'm pretty sure everyone will be really, really familiar with this map. And of course, it's one of the most popular maps in Overwatch in general. So I think we're in for a pretty rehearsed performance, shall we say, from both teams to begin with. So here we go.
Let me just say that I am very excited, like, to be here right now and just seeing both these high-level gameplay.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of different compositions in the meta as of late, and already very different compositions from these 2 teams here in the spawn room. So let's see what they roll out with.
You'd expect both these teams to play meta, but right now only NUS is playing meta.
Yeah, it's a pretty interesting and unique comp coming up from 4 times lecture speed. A poke comp with the Sigma and the Roadhog, but a Moira for that really fast, intense burst healing.
Already have both heals though.
Yeah, they may run out of heals, so they have to take this fight quickly.
Coming to the first fight territory here, and Escape already getting the first pick on Talax, but Overclock and Asparagus finding these picks on both the tank line of 4 times lecture speed, but the Reaper gets the pick on Asparagus. Sigma gets res. Caramel finding the pick on the Reaper here. That's kind of interesting. D.Va hard focusing the Mercy right now, but it's Drake who gets the kill on Overclock, but Talax responds with a double kill on both the Mercy and the Sigma. Caramel, however, finding these amazing picks on the backline as well as the McCree and Asparagus. Well, it looks like NUS already a strong start to the first fight.
Yeah, the DPS Lucio in full force there for the side of NUS. They did take up Residence on the point really early, so the point was in control by NUS the entire time. And you see NTU poking away from the outside. Lots of damage coming out from the Sigma, from the Roadhog, but you know, they were able to get some picks, but not able to clean up the fight. And already you see the Coalescence coming in from NUS, a very aggressive fight here at the choke. And you get 2 picks.
Reigning dominant yet again by finding the first kill on Zerate, and Darkshine following closely behind. They can't even be spawned.
Yeah, I mean, as the NUS team, right? What you want with this composition that we've seen in Owl so much recently is to take these early aggressive fights and not allow the poke comp to poke you out and gain lots of damage. So with Coalescence coming out and the Valkyrie at the same time, so 2 support outs rolling for the side of NTU as they try to push out. Nothing with the
Great spawns by 4 times extra speed to that ult by Asparagus. The D.Va bomb is coming out though, and Exhale and finds 3 with Escape Derp. Zoya down, Drake's down. Almost everyone on the side of 4 times extra speed is going down and sleeping with the fishes. NUS really reigning dominant right there.
Yeah, 4 times extra speed. Paying the price for hanging around in that choke for a bit too long. The barrier's gone. The take a breather from the Roadhog probably gone. All cooldowns off the table.
100% to 0. What is this? NUS clearly came in to win and only win.
Yeah, it was a scrappy first fight, but after that, just the aggression coming up from this Moira Lucio comp, allowing Gig Counter to really take the fight and hold the choke aggressively. Not giving the ranged comp of 4 times lecture speed too much room to work with.
4 times lecture speed now swapping up their compositions here. And yeah, NUS is kind of changing it up as well. With Asparagus swapping over to the Tracer, I believe. they don't have a hit scan for the Pharah. But as I say this, they also don't have a Mercy for this Pharah.
It's a Mercy brick, a Moira brick for 4 times Lecture Speed. Someone's been taking inspiration from, what is it, the Atlanta Rain playing this composition. Yeah, I think the brick's mostly here to deny the Tracer, deny the divers from getting counter mushroom. But
that might be a great position. However, Caramel takes the first boop on Gem Pew Pew, and that Caramel finding these sick boops on the backline, and with that, 4 times Lecture Speed has to retreat. But Caramel, being an insane Reddit Lucio, and then NUS takes the first point.
But look at where Darkshine is having to play. He's just not able to really aggressively get over the hits of Gig Counter, even though they don't have a hit scan, and that's all because there is no Mercy or any Ana for that matter on the side of 4 times Lecture Speed. So not much of a pocket, not much cheating at all for Darkshine on the Pharah. So he really has to play safely and conservatively, trying to get the spam damage in, as Pharah's on a bit of an adventure here. A bit isolated from the rest of the team.
Yeah, and they can't even touch this right now. 4 times Lecture Speed is just struggling, but Alex is finding that opening pick on the D.Va mech, and Asparagus just coming in there with a clean pulse bomb on Noya, and Asparagus just ripping apart the backline.
Oh no! What?
That is a major BM right there. Like I don't even need to be in the player's seat to know that BM.
Hello Blizzard, I'd like to report some win trading. Not entirely certain why 2 most mobile members of Gig Counter would have gone off the map right there, but it's a bit of an opening in fact for 4 times Lecture Speed.
That is very weird, champ. And NUS opening with a beat with the Death Blossom that does get 1, and Gem Easy getting the kill on Zerate. It's a pretty scrappy fight right now. Telex finding the kill on Noya, but it's NUS that's kind of reigning dominant. That was kind of a questionable barrage. Asparagus cleans up Darkshine, and it does seem like a pretty dominant fight for NUS yet again.
Yeah, finally Noya goes over to the Mercy, and at the same time Darkshine swaps off the Pharah. A bit curious. Not sure I really understand that decision. But if one more fight, someone's got to touch the point. It's going to be the Winston to jump into the point and recontest.
Well, look at that all charge difference though. Asparagus yet another pulse bomb, but it gets eaten by Drake's nice response there. Helex dangerously low, gets killed by Scape Derp. Asparagus finding the kill in the backline though. Maybe things can be tied up here, but a Coalescence is popped on the side of NUS. Still no kills going, and as I say that, Overclock killing Noya, the Mercy Overclock. Just hog killing everyone right now with the Coalescence. Killing Darkshine, Gem Easy responds, and it's NUS. It is actually NUS. Amazingly, it was so one-sided. 100% to 0.
One-sided to the very last fight. They did allow 4 times Lecture Speed to really get back on the point and establish a presence there. I think they even got the D-Mech, or was that a kill onto the monkey of Gig Counter? But the Coalescence re-engage, yeah, very nice.
What a huge first map.
Yeah, that went by pretty quickly. Some signs of life from 4 times Lecture Speed. No signs of life from my camera, unfortunately. Yes. But, well, some odd compositions, I must say. The Moira and the Brick, not the most synergistic pairing in the world. The Mercy with the Reaper and the Kree at the same time. Again, you do have to wonder what exactly this comp's win condition is. But yeah, we have to see if the next map suits 4 times Lecture Speed any better.
I mean, it really just shows the strength of a poke comp versus a meta comp right now, and meta was just, oof, it just took the fight right out of 4 times Lecture Speed. And Exil finding that D.Va bomb wasn't even like the best performances. I mean, because right now there were just so many good plays from NUS all around. It was, look, indeed, 4 times Lecture Speed just really looking real Papega right there. NUS, every play was just so good.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about the Moira Lucio comp is, you know, it's not the hardest comp in the world to play. You know, you stick together, You kite together, you find a target, and everyone just presses their mobility, skills and goes on that one target. And what you do need to do is to have the confidence, of course, to take these really early fights, to take fights in positions that suit you. Don't be, most compositions might like to huddle up on the point, wait for the opponents to come to you. Of course, you can't really do that if you're running a more reduce your comp. You'll just get poked down over time. So really good understanding of the composition's win conditions there from Giga Counter to take these nice aggressive early fights, with the core essence, with the speed boost, and to use that to snowball to a pretty clean win on Leisure.
I mean, Caramel's boops though on the second map, that was he just took out both the backline just like that with the two perfectly timed boops. I wish we could replay that, but fortunately, I think we might be heading on to the next map soon.
Yeah, so the next map will be a hybrid map, as well, all the maps will be in the group stage. It's going to be Iconwald, and actually, you do have to say that Iconwald, especially on the second point, is a lot more favorable to a long-range poke comp, which is sort of what 4x Lecture Speed were trying to run right there. So this may make it a bit harder for a Moira Lucio comp to close the distance, to get good and striking distance. So yeah, this map may go a bit differently from the first one.
Hey, I mean, it's still anyone's game at this point. Sure, NUX might have the advantage here, but I mean, it is still first to two. They can maybe reverse sweep this 4x Lecture Speed. I'm sure half the chat is still rooting for you guys. Maybe.
Maybe, perhaps. At some point we may have to run some sort of a poll. To see which the most popular team is. Anyway.
Right now it's just overclock all the way, man. Look at this
yes.
chat.
I seem to remember, these sims in chat from last year. So
hasn't changed.
Great to see you guys again. But we do have a bunch of new teams today, of course, from Temasek Poly, from Singapore Poly, as well as from ACSI. So it would be cool to see some sims from Dutch for those teams as well. So get your friends, see your friends featured on stream. Any pop-up plays, any Papega plays, will be all full on display here.
Can't wait to see these new teams.
Yeah, so of course, Giga Counter, a team that has been together for quite some time. They have built up a bit of a sizable roster, not just the 6 players. So we do have 2 substitutions coming in. Captain S, it's not actually multiple captains, just one. Captain S coming in for Gem 11ZY. That's an actual mouthful to say. But yes, Captain S coming in for Gem on the DPS role. And Easy Clap. I believe his name is on one of the more prominent pack Overwatch servers. Will be joining NUS this coming academic year. He's in to play in the support role alongside Caramel.
Very interesting, very interesting. Can't wait to see these new dynamics, and I'm sure they've trained plenty before coming into this tournament in itself. So I just can't wait to see how Captain S and, of course, Easy Clap, no stranger here. Yeah, can't wait to see them perform in this professional-ish setting.
Professional-ish, yes. Captain S, a well-known Sombra player, a pretty famous place last year, I have to say. I'm not going to name any of them in particular. But yeah, we may see more Sombra as a result.
Yeah, it would be really interesting to see Sombra and Iconwald. Definitely not a popular pick that I've seen. I mean, when I see definitely the Owl matches playing in Iconwald, but it could work, especially with Easy Clap and Caramel's boops. Maybe we'll see some big combos with Sombra there.
Yeah, I do believe Easy Clap is more of a main support player, as is Caramel. So this may hint towards more of a double main support style composition. Coming out from side of Giga Counter. No changes from 4x Lecture Speed, I believe. I think they only have 6 players on their roster, in fact. So no changes there. Of course, compositions, we may see something quite different. But we won't have to wait too much longer to find out. Sweet.
All right.
Straight into game.
Already 30 seconds, 15 seconds in.
Is that a Bastion? I see. That would be interesting.
Oh, I love the Bastions.
Oh, Genji, that would be even more interesting.
Nah, I think they're just trolling right now because they're in the spawn.
Well, the tank line Orisa Diva, something we did see in Owl quite a bit actually. So that could be interesting. On the side of 4 times lecture speed, Moira and Baptiste support lineup. That's a ton of healing for you. And otherwise a fairly standard sort of brawl rush competition with the Reinhardt and the Zarya.
Caramel sticking on the Lucio as we head into first fight territory there. Nice pull. But Asparagus comes in from the back, gets the dash, but no resets. And Darkshine trying to flank. They're all focusing this Orisa. Orisa dangerously low, but a nice save from Axel.
Actual 1 HP on the Orisa there, but she survives to fight another day. Wrapping around the left side of the clock tower now. Asparagus just farming up that blade. It's a very early Amp Matrix match on the other side.
Matrixes. And yeah, Immortality Field is forced early right now. Captain S finding a sick high noon on Darkshine. And yes. NUS once again reigning dominant in the first fight here.
Yeah, and you will observe, you will notice that Giga Counter is running a Genji without a Nana. So that's no Nanoblade combination right there. So perhaps something else they have planned, making use of Genji's neutral game. On the other side of things, Moira and the Baptiste, as I mentioned before, is a lot of healing, but you don't really have speed. You don't have the Bionate to engage with. So it really is a composition, I think, designed to soak up damage and prolong the fight.
Here comes the first blade, finding 3! And I think this is what NUS are trying to do. Use the Orisa Amp Bongo to actually help Asparagus get the final blows here. And Darkshine gets cleaned up. What a big play from Asparagus right there.
Yeah, it's a very good point because Supercharger gives you an extra 50% damage, same as a Nano Boost. So it's just as effective, just as deadly. Now Captain S on a bit of a flank, perhaps. Nope, just takes up residence on the usual high ground behind the Orisa shield. And 4 times lecture speed pushing together.
Oh, the M Matrix. Oh, finding the kill on Drake's very early in the fight. And Immortality Field is, you don't want to take this fight, basically, if you're 4 times extra speed right now.
You do not want to push into a window. Yeah, that's correct.
You have so many people who can just make full use of that M Matrix. And right now,
wow.
He managed to get the kill on Captain S, though.
Yeah, that somehow the McCree gets out of that. Zarya bubble, the heal on the Baptiste. Oh, sneaky Genji. The backline
and
trouble right here.
Matrix just popped up on the side of 4 times extra speed. Grab going down. Beat going down from side Caramel. Big shatter. And Escape there finding no one, but Zerate getting the kill on the Orisa means NUS might have to back out for now. But Captain S uses his ult, wants to turn this. Asparagus also wants to turn this using his ult. And Asparagus is just plainly showing us you don't need an Ana to get kills on the blade. But as I say that, he gets shut down by Darkshine. But eventually...
Yeah, I mean, it's a really good combination there, right? The Deadeye to draw out the defensive cooldown, so no fade, no bubbles. And then the Genji goes in and gets a bunch of kills. So, yeah, pretty... not cleanest fight in the world. 2 kills coming at the end from Darkshine on the Reaper. Almost turns it, the spawn advantage, but not quite enough. And now NUS will take up residence with in a fairly advanced position, pushing forward. Probably got to point the card to the very last stretch of point B. So, and Matrix, Supercharger.
And Matrix, again, you don't want to take this fight, but there's nothing you can do. The cart is coming around this corner, and 4 times extra speed getting absolutely decimated. Every single member of the team going down. And this looks like a pretty clean 4 minutes for NUS.
Yeah, the Amp Matrix on the card there, so actually not really any way to get away from it. But in the end, just the overwhelming damage, like you said, from the Supercharger and the Amp Matrix. Enough for a very clean, very quick cap.
And we're going to see a replay from Asparagus getting this huge blade, using the Overcharger right now, killing 3 in the back line, and just slicing and dicing, allowing NUS to really get that early take. And yet again, Asparagus, huge blades.
yeah, who needs a nano boost? I guess when you have the rest of the team playing so nicely around you, setting you up for those big plays.
Guess when you only need Overcharger in your life.
Well, yeah, I mean, Bongo is pretty underrated ultimate because I think mainly because Orisa's not that popular character, but team-wide 50% damage boost it's just nasty to play into, and you really don't want to have to fight into that. It's not much you can do against that much additional damage. Now, double shield composition coming out from Giga Counter. Pretty different look to what we had the first time around. It's still with the Genji, still with the McCree actually.
Actually, both teams playing similar comps. The only
That's
difference, Darkshine being on Reaper and Captain S being on McCree. He's being boosted by Caramel. But right now, yeah, rather similar comps.
Yeah, I do think the Genji is the focus of this composition. For the defending team, not so much for 4x flash speed.
Wow, Zeraid getting the first pick on Captain S, that's huge. And Zeraid, I guess, wants to push in, that's a huge...
Oh, don't shoot at the flag! Oh my, it got a bit dangerous.
Right,
yeah, causing havoc on the back.
Dangerously low, gets shut down by Exil. Asparagus as well, dangerously low, but lives. Zeraid trying to hard focus this Orisa, but if they don't look carefully, oh, he gets Captain S yet again, but Exil finding these kills on Zeraid. Drake takes out the opponent Orisa right now. Exil early flux right now. Asparagus, big blade.
Oh, everyone just pressing Q on cooldown right here.
I mean, the all charge difference allowed NUS to hold that point. It was looking so well for 4x lecture speed.
Yeah, they actually gained a lot of space on the point, pushing the defending team all the way into that one little choke point, but just not able to finish the kills, not able to capitalize, and they allowed 4x Giga Counter rather to push back out and take the points.
This time it'll be Scape Derp that goes down first, followed by Drake. Asparagus still getting good ult charge. They are driving this. Asparagus gets the kill in the backline. Noya goes down to rate. And this seems like stagger after stagger for 4x lecture speed.
Yeah, the confidence starting to come through there for Giga Counter, pushing forward with the double shield composition. Some ultimates coming out from the side of 4x lecture speed. Both tank outs, both DPS outs. They've got a Coalescence to engage with. I mean, of course, Giga Counter can't really kite this Coalescence. They don't have speed boost of their own.
Captain S.
Jedi.
Wow, finds Jam Pew Pew.
Oh, that was the course. No Coalescence this fight.
Oh, Captain S missing shots. Maybe he can get punished. Oh, he punishes Darkshine instead.
Yeah, and it's a pretty easy, cheap fight win for Giga Counter, only using the Deadeye, and they're still getting some exit kills. 4x lecture speed has to get out there quickly now. So there's 6 ultimates coming up on this push.
Yeah, look at the all charge difference.